Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host, and as always, I'm here with my awesome co-host, Julia. Hey, Julia.
Hi, Jason. Hello, everyone. It's so great to have you with us today. We have something really exciting to share with you.
Yes, today's episode is called the Fluency Formula. Think, speak, repeat. It's all about how you can speak English more fluently using this simple, powerful three-step method.
That's right. If you've ever asked yourself, how can I become fluent in English? This episode is for you. And the best part? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice in the right way.
Exactly. You don't need expensive courses or a native speaker to talk to every day. This fluency formula will help you use what you already know and grow your skills step by step.
And we'll break it down together. Think in English, speak often, and repeat daily. Each part is important and we'll guide you through how to do it.
So if you're ready to feel more confident and natural when you speak English, stay with us. By the end of this episode, you'll have a plan you can start using today.
Let's get started. First, what does it really mean to be fluent, and why do so many learners struggle with it?
Great question. Let's talk about that now. So, before we jump into the fluency formula, let's talk about a really important question. What is fluency?
Yeah, that's a good place to start. A lot of learners think fluency means speaking fast or using big, complicated words, but that's not true at all.
Exactly. Fluency isn't about speed. It's about flow. When you're fluent, you can speak clearly and smoothly, even if your words are simple.
Right. Think of fluency like a river. It keeps moving. You don't want to stop every few seconds to think of a word or translate from your native language. You want your thoughts to flow in English.
That's a great image, Julia. And the good news is, you don't need perfect grammar or a huge vocabulary to be fluent. You just need enough to express your ideas confidently.
Let's give a quick example. Let's say someone wants to say, "Yesterday, I had a great time with my friends. We went to the park and played soccer." Even if they say, "Yesterday I go park with friends. We play football. Happy day." That's still communication. That's still fluency.
Yes, and over time, with practice, it gets better. You fix small mistakes, you add more words. But the key is to keep speaking and not stop because you're afraid of being wrong.
Absolutely. Many learners wait until they feel perfect, but that day never comes. Fluency is not about perfection. It's about connection, being able to share your thoughts without freezing.
So, if you're listening right now and you think, "I'm not fluent yet," just know you're probably closer than you think. You just need the right habits. And that's what we're going to talk about next.
Yes, let's start with step 1 of the fluency formula, think in English. This one is a game changer.
Let's dive in. All right, let's begin with step 1 of the fluency formula, think in English. This step is so important, and many learners skip it without realizing.
Yes, most people try to speak English, but they're still thinking in their native language first. That makes it harder to speak fluently because your brain has to translate every word.
Exactly. Imagine trying to talk while translating at the same time. It's slow, stressful, and it breaks your flow. But if you think in English, your words come out faster and more naturally.
So the question is, how can learners start thinking in English?
Great question. The good news is, you don't need to be advanced to do this. You can start small. For example, describe your day in English. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. Simple sentences, but powerful practice.
That's right. You don't have to say it out loud yet. Just think it. Like, when you're walking, you can say in your mind, "I see a car. The car is red. A dog is running."
Exactly. Use the world around you. You can also plan your day in English. Try this. Today, I will go to class. I will study English. Then I will meet my friend.
It's like giving your brain a daily English workout. Even 5 minutes a day can help change the way you think, and that builds fluency.
Let me share a little story. One learner I worked with used to translate everything from her first language. She always paused when speaking. Then, she started thinking in English for just 10 minutes a day, while cooking or walking. After 2 months, she was speaking much more smoothly.
Wow, that's the power of practice. Thinking in English also helps you stop depending on translation apps.
Absolutely. And here's a great trick for listeners. Talk to yourself in your mind throughout the day. If you're tired, think I'm tired, but I'll finish my work. If you're happy, think I'm happy, because I'm learning English.
And don't worry about grammar or mistakes. This is for your mind, not your teacher. The goal is to get used to English thoughts.
Right. Fluency begins in the brain. If you think in English, your words will come faster when you speak. That's what fluency really means. Smooth, quick communication.
So to our listeners, try this today. Spend a few minutes thinking in English. Describe what you see. Plan your next steps. Or even tell a little story in your head.
Yes, and remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start. Little by little, your brain will adjust. It becomes more natural over time.
Okay, so that was step 1 of the fluency formula. Now, are you ready for step 2?
Oh, yes. This is where things really start moving. Let's talk about speaking. Welcome back. Now that we've talked about thinking in English, let's move on to step 2 of the fluency formula. Speak with confidence.
Yes, this is where many learners get nervous. They know some English, they understand people, but when it's time to speak, they freeze.
Exactly. They worry, what if I make a mistake? Or, what if I sound silly? But here's the truth. Mistakes are part of learning. Every fluent speaker made many mistakes before they became fluent.
Absolutely. Even native speakers make mistakes. The key is to keep speaking, even if it's not perfect.
Right? And you don't need to speak fast or use big words. Just speak clearly and confidently. That's fluency.
Now, some learners say, but Jason, Julia, I don't have anyone to talk to. Don't worry, we've got solutions.
Yes, you can still practice speaking without a partner. One easy way is to speak out loud to yourself.
For example, in the morning, look in the mirror and say, "Good morning. Today I will practice English. I feel strong and ready." It feels a little funny at first, but it works.
Another great way is to record your voice. Talk for 1 minute about your day or your favorite food. Then listen. You'll hear what you're doing well and what you can improve.
Yes, and when you record yourself every day, you'll start to notice your progress. You'll hear your fluency growing.
And remember, don't just wait for perfect grammar. Fluency comes from speaking often, not from only studying rules.
Exactly. Also, try shadowing. That means listening to a short English sentence, then repeating it right after like an echo.
That's a great tip. You can do this with podcasts, YouTube videos, or English movies. Listen, pause, repeat. Just like a conversation.
And one more thing, use the English you know. Don't worry if you only know simple words. Use them. Say, I go store, I buy food, I happy. That's a great start.
Yes. Later, you can say, I went to the store and bought some food. I felt happy. But you only get there by speaking today.
So, to all our listeners, don't wait. Start speaking today. Out loud, to yourself, to a friend, to your phone, to your mirror. Just speak.
All right. Now that we've talked about speaking with confidence, it's time for the final part of our fluency formula. Repeat. This is where the real magic happens.
Let's go. Time to build fluency like a habit.
Welcome back. We've talked about thinking in English and speaking with confidence. Now it's time for the final and most powerful step. Repeat consistently.
Yes, this step is the secret ingredient. If you want to be fluent in English, you have to repeat your practice again and again. Not just once, not just for a week, but every day.
Right. Fluency doesn't come from just one big lesson. It comes from small daily actions. Think of it like exercise. You don't get strong from going to the gym once. You get strong by going every day.
Exactly. And in English learning, repetition builds confidence, memory, and fluency. When you repeat words and sentences often, they become automatic.
Let's give an example. If you learn the sentence, "How are you today?" and repeat it 10 times a day, it becomes natural. Later, you can build more. "How are you today?" "I'm doing well, thank you." What about you?
Yes, and you can do this with anything. Daily routines, small talks, questions, answers. Repeat, repeat, repeat.
Here's a great tip. Make a small routine. For example, every morning, say 5 English sentences. Every night, listen to an English podcast for 5 minutes. Then repeat what you hear.
You can even keep a notebook or use your phone. Write or record the same phrases every day for 1 week. By day 7, you'll say them without thinking.
And don't worry if it feels boring. Repetition may feel simple, but it's powerful. It trains your brain to think and speak in English automatically.
That's what fluency is all about. Automatic speech. You don't stop to translate. You don't freeze. You just speak.
Another fun idea is to use flashcards. You can write words or phrases on cards and practice every day. Or use apps like Anki or Quizlet for digital repetition.
I love those. And remember, repetition doesn't mean doing the exact same thing every day. You can repeat the idea in different ways. Speaking, writing, listening, watching, even singing.
Great point. For example, if you learned "I'm learning English to get a better job," you can. Say it aloud. Write it down. Listen to someone else say it. Make your own version. I study English to talk to people.
The key is, don't stop. Keep showing up every day, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes. Fluency grows with daily repetition.
So, to our listeners, remember this. Think in English. Speak with confidence. And repeat every day.
That's the Fluency Formula. And now you know the final step. Repeat consistently to make fluency your new habit.
Next up, we'll show you how to put all these steps together in your real daily life. Stay with us. Okay, we've talked about each step of the Fluency Formula. Think, speak, repeat. But now, let's answer the big question. How do you use this in real life?
Great question. Learning theory is one thing, but using English in your real, everyday life, that's where fluency starts to grow.
So let's break it down. First, the think step. In real life, this means trying to think in English during your daily routines. For example, when you're walking or cooking, try saying in your mind, "I am cooking rice. It smells good. I will eat soon."
Exactly. You don't need to say perfect sentences, just simple thoughts in English. You can also label things around you in English. Table, window, phone. It helps your brain start thinking naturally in English.
Now, let's go to speak. In real life, speak even in small moments. For example, talk to yourself in the mirror in the morning. Say something like, "Good morning. Today, I feel happy. I will learn English."
Or if you're alone at home, describe what you're doing, like "I'm washing dishes. The water is hot. I'm almost done."
And don't forget about recording yourself. It's one of the best ways to practice speaking, even if you don't have a partner.
Now for repeat. This is the habit part. You need to do these things every day. Make a schedule. Maybe in the morning you think in English. At lunch you speak for 1 minute. At night you repeat sentences or listen to a short English podcast.
Yes, even just 10 to 15 minutes a day is powerful if you do it consistently. Here's a sample routine. Morning. Think in English while getting ready. Afternoon. Speak 1 minute about your day and record it. Evening. Repeat 5 phrases you learned.
That's a great plan. And don't be afraid to mix it up. Use music, movies, books, friends, and even social media. But always come back to think, speak, repeat.
So remember, fluency is not just for the classroom. It's something you can grow right in your own life, every single day.
You can do this. Just start small, be consistent, and trust the process.
Coming up next, we'll share some real learner stories and how they use this formula to make amazing progress. All right, before we wrap up, let's answer some common questions from our listeners about the fluency formula.
Yes, we've received great questions, and I think these answers will help many learners who are listening right now.
First question, what if I don't have anyone to practice speaking with?
Great question. Don't worry, you can still practice speaking alone. Talk to yourself, record your voice, or speak in front of the mirror, and try shadowing. Repeat after a native speaker from a video or podcast. It's just as helpful.
Next question. I'm afraid of making mistakes. What should I do?
We all make mistakes. That's part of learning. It's better to speak imperfect English than no English at all. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. Remember, mistakes are proof you are learning.
Here's another one I get stuck when I try to think in English. My mind goes blank.
That's okay. It happens. Start with small, simple thoughts. Try thinking in English about what you see or feel. It's sunny today. I'm drinking tea. I feel tired. With practice, your brain will get faster and smoother.
And one more. How long does it take to become fluent?
That's a big question. The answer is different for everyone. But if you use the think, speak, repeat formula every day, you can start seeing real progress in a few months.
The key is consistency, not speed. Don't stop. Keep going, even on the slow days.
Exactly. Fluency is a journey, not a race. Just keep practicing step by step.
Thanks to all our listeners for your great questions. If you have more, feel free to comment or message us.
We love hearing from you. And remember, you are not alone in your English journey.
Before we close, let's take a moment to talk about you. Yes, you, the listener.
Learning English is not always easy. There are days when you feel tired or stuck or even embarrassed. But guess what? That's normal.
Totally normal. Every fluent speaker once felt just like you. They didn't start perfect. They started with small steps, just like you are doing now.
You're on a real journey. And the fluency formula, think, speak, repeat, is your guide. It works, but only if you don't give up.
Every time you practice, even for 5 minutes, you are making progress. You are stronger, braver, and closer to fluency than yesterday.
So keep going. Believe in yourself. You can become a fluent English speaker. We believe in you, and we're walking this path with you.
This is your journey. Own it, enjoy it, and keep moving forward. One English word at a time. All right, friends, let's do a quick recap of what we learned today.
We introduced the fluency formula Think, Speak, Repeat. 3 simple steps that can help you speak English more naturally and confidently.
First, think in English. Start training your brain to use English in your daily life. Then, speak, even if it's not perfect. Speak alone, with a partner, or record yourself.
And finally, repeat. Practice daily. Make it a habit. Small steps every day lead to big fluency in the future.
Now it's your turn. Choose one step and start today. Even 5 minutes of practice can make a big difference.
And if you found this podcast helpful, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who is learning English too.
We're here to support your fluency journey. So stay with us, keep practicing, and never stop learning.
Thanks for listening, and remember, you can do it. Just think, speak, and repeat.
Story for now. Hi, welcome. Are you ready to listen to our story? Great. Let's begin. Today I want to talk to you about something that can truly change your English life. Not a magic trick, not a secret shortcut, but a simple formula that works if you really use it. I call it the Fluency Formula. Think, speak, repeat. While you're listening, imagine I'm talking directly to you because this story is about your journey with English. Let me start with a truth many learners don't hear enough. Fluency is not about sounding perfect. It's not about speaking fast or using difficult words. Fluency is about flow. It's about being able to express your ideas without fear, without freezing, without stopping every 3 seconds in your head. Real fluency feels calm, natural, and confident, even when the sentences are simple. I remember a learner who once told me, "I know a lot of English, but when I try to speak, my mind shuts down." Maybe you felt that too. You understand podcasts, videos, even movies, but when it's your turn to speak, suddenly everything disappears. That doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means your brain is using the wrong system. And that's where the fluency formula comes in. Let's talk about the first step. Think in English. Most learners think in their native language first, then translate into English. Translation feels safe, but it's very slow. Imagine trying to run while carrying a heavy bag. That's what translation does to your brain. Thinking in English removes that bag. Thinking in English doesn't mean thinking in perfect sentences. It means using simple, honest thoughts. When you wake up, instead of thinking in your own language, try, "I'm awake. I feel tired. Today will be busy." When you're eating, think, "This food tastes good. I'm hungry. I like rice more than bread." These thoughts are small, but they train your brain to live in English. Here's a useful phrase pattern you can practice in your mind. I'm feeling. I'm thinking about. Right now, I'm. For example, I'm feeling a little nervous, but I want to improve. That sentence alone builds confidence and fluency. Thinking in English also helps you stop depending on translation apps. Instead of searching for the perfect word, you learn to explain ideas in different ways. That's a powerful real-life skill. Native speakers do this all the time. Now let's move to step 2. Speak, even when it feels uncomfortable. This is where many learners stop. They wait. They say, "I'll speak when I'm ready." But the truth is, speaking is what makes you ready. Confidence comes after action, not before it. Speaking doesn't require another person. You can speak to yourself. You can speak to your phone. You can speak while walking, cooking, or driving. For example, try this daily habit. Talk for 1 minute about your day. Say things like, "Today was busy. I worked a lot. I made a mistake, but I learned something." These sentences are real, useful, and powerful. Here's an important fluency tip. Don't aim for complex grammar when you speak. Aim for clarity. Instead of worrying about past perfect or conditionals, focus on message first. You can say, Yesterday I go to work late. People will understand you. Later, with practice, it becomes, yesterday I went to work late. Fluency grows step by step. Another great technique is shadowing. You listen to a short sentence and repeat it immediately. This helps with rhythm, pronunciation, and confidence. English is not only about words, it's about music and flow. Shadowing trains your ear and your mouth at the same time. And remember this mindset sentence. Repeat it often. I don't need to be perfect. I need to be brave. Now comes the final step. And honestly, this is the most important one. Repeat. Repetition is what turns effort into habit. One day of practice feels good, but daily practice changes your brain. When you repeat words, phrases, and patterns again and again, they become automatic. Automatic English is fluent English. Think about how you learn to use your phone. You didn't read a manual once and become an expert. You touched it every day. English is the same. 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week. Here's a simple daily routine you can try. Morning, think in English while getting ready. Afternoon, speak for 1 minute and record yourself. Evening, repeat 5 useful sentences out loud. Useful daily sentences like, I'm working on improving myself. I don't understand yet, but I'm learning. I feel more confident than before. Repetition doesn't mean boring copying. You can repeat through listening, speaking, writing, or even singing. The key is consistency. Fluency loves routine. Now let me talk to you for a moment. Learning English can feel lonely. Some days you feel excited, other days frustrated. Maybe people laughed at your mistakes, or maybe you compare yourself to others and feel slow. But here's the truth. Every fluent speaker you admire once felt exactly like you. They didn't quit. They repeated when it was hard. You are not behind. You are building something real. Every time you think in English, every time you speak even one sentence, every time you repeat instead of quitting, you are moving forward. So here's your challenge. Don't try to do everything. Just choose one small action today. Think 1 minute in English. Speak one sentence out loud. Repeat one useful phrase. That's enough to start changing your future. If this story helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who is learning English, and write a comment about your journey. Your support helps this learning community grow. Thank you for being a part of Smart English Zone.